I love to travel, but hate to arrive. Nothing is more destructive of respect for the government and the law of the land than passing laws which cannot be enforced. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge but can never prove how it got there. I want to know all God's thoughts, all the rest are just details. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. We should take care not to make the intellect our goal. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. It gives me great pleasure indeed to see the stubbornness of an incorrigible nonconformist warmly acclaimed. God always takes the simplest way. Mozart's music is so pure and beautiful that I see it as a reflection of the inner beauty of the universe. As far as I'm concerned, I prefer silent vice to ostentatious virtue. The grand aim of all science is to cover the greatest number of empirical facts by logical deduction from the smallest number of hypotheses or axioms. Isn't it strange that I who have written only unpopular books should be such a popular fellow? One strength of the communist system of the East is that it has some of the character of a religion and inspires the emotions of a religion. Most of the fundamental ideas of science are essentially simple, and may, as a rule, be expressed in a language comprehensible to everyone. All these primary impulses, not easily described in words, are the springs of man's actions. God may be subtle, but he isn't plain mean. Morality is of the highest importance, but for us, not for God. It stands to the everlasting credit of science that by acting on the human mind it has overcome man's insecurity before himself and before nature. I shall never believe that God plays dice with the world. I used to go away for weeks in a state of confusion. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Let every man be respected as an individual and no man idolized. The release of atomic energy has not created a new problem. It has merely made more urgent the necessity of solving an existing one. True art is characterized by an irresistible urge in the creative artist. People love chopping wood. In this activity one immediately sees results. I am a deeply religious non-believer. This is a somewhat new kind of religion. We shall require a substantially new manner of thinking if mankind is to survive. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their minds. Solitude is painful when one is young, but delightful when one is more mature. Never lose a holy curiosity. The process of scientific discovery is, in effect, a continual flight from wonder. It should be possible to explain the laws of physics to a barmaid. The attempt to combine wisdom and power has only rarely been successful, and then only for a short while. I do not believe in the God of theology who rewards good and punishes evil. I very rarely think in words at all. A thought comes, and I may try to express it in words afterwards. Love is a better teacher than duty. There is no logical way to the discovery of these elemental laws. There is only the way of intuition, which is helped by a feeling for the order lying behind the appearance. In order to be an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must above all be a sheep oneself. God does not play dice. The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift toward unparalleled catastrophe. I do not believe that civilization will be wiped out in a war fought with the atomic bomb. Perhaps 2/3 of the people of the earth will be killed. The faster you go, the shorter you are. I have just got a new theory of eternity. I cannot imagine a God who rewards and punishes the objects of his creation and is but a reflection of human frailty. One may say the eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. The road to perdition has ever been accompanied by lip service to an ideal. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. It was the experience of mystery, even if mixed with fear, that engendered religion. To the master's honor all must turn, each in its track, without a sound, forever tracing Newton's ground. Occurrences in this domain are beyond the reach of exact prediction because of the variety of factors in operation, not because of any lack of order in nature. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. Too many of us look upon Americans as dollar chasers. This is a cruel libel, even if it is reiterated thoughtlessly by the Americans themselves. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain, and as far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. There could be no fairer destiny for any physical theory than that it should point the way to a more comprehensive theory in which it lives on as a limiting case. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it.